All right, guys, let's get started. Day number 4. Super excited, super pumped to be with you guys, right? So this is one of those days where I get to get more nerdy and talk about what's happening right now, right? So we're going to talk about a lot of stuff. I'm going to share with you our model, and we're going to share other stuff which helped us to prepare, or especially me preparing these frameworks together, right? So where did I get it from? And I'm going to show you guys the history and all that sort of stuff as well. And also give you some tips today. You can go out and start doing the work, right? So we want you guys to take action and do the work. And as I said earlier, today is um, especially today, right? Because what we talked about in the last couple of days were good, but they are good when you have clients. Somebody's standing there or sitting there watching your stuff. But you need to have this marketing done first, right? So without marketing, um, everything is a struggle, right? If you're struggling to get clients, people are not knocking on your door, you're not busy enough. I can tell you right now, you have a marketing problem, right? So how do you know you have a marketing problem? Is because you're not busy enough, right? So you don't have a client knocking on your door, and you're not busy, right? So that's where we find out where there is a problem. Marketing is the biggest thing. I learned the hard way, and some of the things I want to share with you guys before we get into the content as well. Um, when we started our software company in about 4 or 5 years ago, for the first time, we hired a marketing company to help us promote our software. And that's where I started to learn more about marketing, because we hired somebody and they were not doing what they're supposed to be doing, and we paid them about 30 to 40 grand to actually help us with that, the entire campaign and doing the marketing and pushing our software towards to the marketplace, right? So at the time I started to think, this is not working, and why the marketing is not working, what's the reason? And I got deep. I mean, started reading a lot of books about marketing at the time. So I'm not, in any form or shape, I call myself a marketing expert. But what do I know? From last 4 years, we managed to scale not only our business, we applied these, in hundreds of businesses now. We had about altogether about 500 people or plus gone through our trainings, and consulting clients by itself is 100 plus. So I have applied these things which I'm going to share with you guys. So let's talk about this. Now, busy is not creating. Creating is not busy. Business. When I talk about business world, business is when you make money. So revenue generating activities. That's what we talk about, right? So very specifically. So, hired a marketing company. They didn't pull the weight and they didn't do the work. And so I had to actually go out and learn by myself. So things which I'm going to be sharing with you guys, it's sort of put together from last. And also, I was fortunate enough or unfortunate enough to be part of the last GFC when we had the biggest thing, right? So I worked for big companies at the time. So I had the privilege to sit in the boardrooms with the exec teams and learn something at the time. I didn't have the mindset what I have today, but I still remember what I learned at the time. How did they move IBM's and Oracle at the time from that space to where they are today? So I'm going to share some of these strategies which I learned about 10 years ago, which are helping today. I didn't actually know that at the time. It's going to help me. So I was just sitting there, listening to everybody talking, and made a huge difference right now, because that makes a huge difference in our clients' world as well, right? So let's get into it. Let's jump onto the slides, and let's talk about it. What we're going to go through today. As I said earlier, today is one of the most important days, right? So we're going to talk about marketing and all that cool stuff to get clients coming into your world and giving you the dollars, right? That's what we want to look for, right? So let me ask you a question, right? How was the first 3 days? Did you guys enjoy first 3 days? Um, did you like first 3 days? What was your biggest takeaway from last 3 days? What did you learn the most? What did you like the most? Let me know, because to be honest, for me, last 3 days were pretty good. Look, I had a crazy time putting this content together for you guys. Not only putting it together, delivering it as well. So, I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun to putting this together and sharing with you guys. So if you think last 3 days were pretty cool, Wade, what we're going to talk about today, you're going to love it, right? Today is pretty cool, and tomorrow is going to be massive as well, because we're going to put things together, bring everything together to give you the method, right? So because we talking everything in chunks at the moment, like, different pillars, but tomorrow everything is going to come together. It will make sense why I'm talking about everything, right? So today is a massive, right? Massive day. We all talk about things, marketing and messaging, and I'll share what we are doing today, right? So very important, right? It's very important. So something which my mentors said to me a long time ago, when I sort of got into the journey for the first time, he said, don't listen to the people who only do the talking, and will start listening to the people who actually doing what they talk about as well, right? So start listening to those people who are just not just doing the talk, they also walking their talk as well. They're actually applying it, they're implementing it, they're talking about it every day, and they're doing the work. You want to follow those people who are actually doing it, right? So not just random theories. If you want to learn random theories, university is your best place. Go and learn it. Random theories are there, pretty cool. Nothing against it, but just if you just like learning theories. I'm one of those guys, learn, apply, learn, apply, like these kind of things, right? I do both together. One or the other doesn't make sense. Without action, without a plan, or, without that is kind of like a drudgery, right? So you don't want to do that. So you just don't want to just always talking theory. So it has to be together. So I'm going to share with you guys today, right? Before I get into the content, right, I really want you guys to be in one side today, on one side. I'm going to share something with you guys. So let me ask you this question. Are you looking for opportunity, or are you an opportunist? Are you looking for an opportunity, or you are an opportunist? Very important, slightly very small distinction, but a big distinction. If you're one of those people, I'm one of those guys who are looking for opportunities and helping clients find new opportunities. And certainly not one of those people who are just in opportunities. And let me give you my distinction in that. Opportunity is finding the gaps in the marketplace and carefully placing your product and services in that to help your client achieve the desired results, right? That's what we call the opportunity. Means that you are one of those people who look for opportunities in the marketplace, see where the gap is, where there is a problem, and you provide the systems, outcomes, and the solutions to that problem. And that's what we call the opportunity, people who look for opportunities. Opportunist people are those people who are just there to make money. That's it. Nothing else. They probably have a product, they probably don't have a product, but the end goal is just to make money for them or for somebody else. They just want to make money. If you are opportunist, please, this is not for you. This entire day, what we're going to talk about, or 1 hour, next 30, 40, 50, 60 minutes, whatever we're going to talk about, this is not for you, because you're going to be wasting your time. I'm going to talk about some crazy stuff, means that you need to add value, you need to actually do the work. If you're not one of those people who like doing the work, this is not for you, right? So please, people on the other side, if you're one of those people who look for opportunities, and you are one of those people who like to add value, you like to find a problem and provide a solution to that, this is for you, right? Exactly, this is for you, because I'm looking for those people who want to add value, who want to create a product which serve millions, and and they make millions along the way as well. But the intention is to help people, not to take advantage of people, right? So very, very, very big distinction. And I'm hoping if you are still on this, watching it, you are one of those people who are looking for opportunities, right? So, all right, let's get started. Let me see. Cool. All right, let's get into this, guys. Let's get into this. I want to start with this one line, and this is a very good line, and I just want to give it to you guys as well. Those who you seek is seeking you. Those who you seek is seeking you as well, right? So it's like, do you have to convince a thirsty person why he or she should be drinking water, right? Or do you have to convince a person who's having a bad headache, that the advantages of paracetamol or any of those Nurophens, like, do you have to convince them? No, because they know that. In other words, right, who you seek is also seeking you. And it's a big concept, right? It's a grounding concept. When you feel that way, that people you want to serve, they're also looking for somebody who can serve them, right? So this is the time, and this is the time where people are looking for. And now my question to you is, who are you seeking? Who are you seeking? Because it's important times, and these type of times, we see people either become the king or the leader of their domain, or people disappear, or the business is shut down, right? So it's a very important time, and I truly believe that people who have genuine things to do, they have genuine value to add, they're the people who's going to shine next 10 years, right? And you'll probably remember that if you are old enough, 10 years ago we had the similar stuff, which was kind of a base to what we have right now. We thought GFC was the biggest one, right? Now look at this, what's happening right now. GFC is a baby in front of that, what's happening right now. And a lot of businesses made millions of billions at the time as well. And also a lot of people, businesses disappeared as well. And same thing happened in the dot-com crashes. I was part of the dot-com crash as well. So those who you seek is also seeking you, right? So very important. So remember this, who you are seeking. So we all know that, right? So it's nothing hidden. As I said earlier, we have tough, we are living in tough times, right? We have right now is very, I won't say bad times, but it's not as good as it used to be. We are in winter today, right? So if you believe in winter and summer, different seasons in the business, we're definitely in the winter today, and it's a tough times, and it's going to be tough for next couple of years, right? So it's definitely going to be tough time for next couple of years, and the businesses who know how to change the direction, which I'm going to share with you guys as well, who actually know how to do this work, who evaluate and who take a deliberate action and then do the work. Those are the businesses going to become out of this entire thing, and people who are just there and playing the same game which they played a couple of years ago, or even a couple of months ago. People who played the same game a couple of months ago, they're playing the same game today. They're the people who's going to be disappearing, and they're the people who's going to, you see that. Like there was a lot of noise about a month ago on social media. There was lots of noise. What kind of noise disappeared? A lot of people kind of stopped doing what they were doing. They froze, right? So we are in interesting times, and if you're watching this and you know that it's a tough time ahead, and what people are looking for in these tough times, to somebody out there who can give them certainty, and that's what they're looking for, right? So, and my intention for this entire 5-day challenge is to give you guys this one thing called the certainty, right? Certainty. It's a very important thing. And people who have this certainty today, they're the people who's going to thrive in next few years. They're the people who's going to help other people. They're the people who's going to become those people who other people follow and look up to. They're the leaders people are looking up to. So I want you guys to be one of those people. It's a big thing, but you need to stand up and show your tribe that you are the person they should be following. They're the person they should be listening. They are the person, if they don't listen to you, will have a great loss, right? That's what you should be talking to your people about it, right? So let's get into it, right? So I want to share something with you guys, very interesting. I don't know if you guys are familiar with this thing called Kubler-Ross grief cycle. It's pretty cool, right? So Kubler-Ross, Elizabeth Kubler-Ross was a psychiatrist in the US in 60s or 50s. And she wrote a book called Death and Dying, I think. Yeah, Death and Dying, on death and dying, right? So there was one thing Elizabeth Kubler was famous for, right? So she was a psychiatrist, and at the time, the Medical Society of America, or probably the world as well, they were doing a lot of stuff for people who are dying, they're about to die, or they are, in illness which cannot be cured. They are those people who are about to die, but nothing was done to their families and family members, their loved ones, or anything. So Kobler wrote this book in 1960s or 70s called Death and Dying, or On Death and Dying. So she talked about this, and she gave this pattern, which is today, right now, is really valid, really valid. And so she talked about is, and I'm going to sort of walk you through, and you'll see that any time we have a crisis, everybody kind of go through this Kobler's pattern right now, right? So today as well, if you look at it, people just go through it. Firstly, they are denying, right? Everybody denies it. There is no GFC. There is nothing like, coronavirus. There is nothing COVID-19. It's just that. So they deny it, right? People deny it. They don't want to accept it. They're confused. They don't want to, they have a fear. They have a shock. So people who deny, they have these emotions at the bottom, right? So, and then they get to the anger world. When they get to anger is why this is happening, why the government is not doing anything, why this. Look back your last 3-4 weeks, and I looked back my last 3-4 weeks. I pretty much have gone through the same pattern. Firstly, I denied it. Then I was really annoyed, right? I did the same thing as well, even though I knew it. We all do it, right? So it's pretty cool. When you are angry, you are frustrated, you have anxiety, you don't know what's going to happen, right? Because everything is unknown. Then people get into depression, right? So helpless, they feel sad. There's nothing's going to happen because they can't see what's going to happen, right? So the next step and the next step, then it's just like, if you look at it, everybody's kind of going through it, right? So, and the bottom as well, it's pretty cool at the bottom. If you look at it, what people need during those times. If you are in denial and anger and depression, right? So denial and anger need more information and no more communication. And if people are in depression, they need emotional support. They need they need emotional support. They need mindset support for bargaining and acceptance. On the other side, people needed guidance and direction, which way to go, right? So pretty much same model, right? So now let me ask you this question. Where are you on this model? Where are you on this framework? Where are you? Right now, because of this COVID-19 thing going on, where are you on this grief pattern or cycle? Where are you? Whereabouts are you? Whereabouts are you on this? Whereabouts are you on this? Are you still feeling angry? Are you still feeling sad? Are you feeling, it's where are you in this? Right? Whereabouts are you? It's interesting to see that, right? So, and it's very interesting if you look at the bottom as well. Um, you probably know that by now is people who are in denial and anger, they just need a bit of information. They need to be communicated. They need to be spoken with. They need to be talked with, right? They're looking for that. And the people who are in depression, they, gone in that space, they froze. They're not taking any action. These are the people are kind of helpless. These are the people who need emotional support, right? These are the people we need a mindset support at the time, right? So we're all in this space. So what I did is I actually picked up Elizabeth Kubler's grief cycle, and I created our recession response framework. Pretty much same stuff, but different things, very specific for business, right? So here's what it looks like, right? So in the business world, when you are in, and I've gone through the same pattern, and this is what happened exactly to all of our clients. This is what we did, and that's where it was like, holy crap, this is what happened. So what happened is on the 13th or, about 15th or 16th of March, 2020, we started to receive a lot of, you know, mails and phone calls and all these communications from our clients that they are in shock mode, they are in panic mode because they don't know what's going to happen. Everybody wanted to pause everything, means that pause the marketing, pause everything, pause your subscription, we can't pay you. Everything was getting onto that level that we want to pause everything, right? So that actually went into a shock mode. Everything was running fine, and then 15th, 16th, or 17th of March, everybody started to speak to me and saying, hey, Jag, I don't know what's going to happen in the next few months. We just need to pause this. We just need to pause the marketing. We just need to pause everything. We can't pay you from next month. Everything needs to be paused. So what happened is, as a part of the knee-jerk response, straight away when the shock happens, a knee-jerk response from everybody, you probably have seen that in the industry. We did it as well. We've gone back and we stopped everybody's marketing. We stopped everybody's marketing. We have about 45 to 47 clients, like, around 42, and we managed the marketing, and all of these, we had to stop them, absolutely stop them. And that's what we call knee-jerk response. When that happened, we stopped it because we didn't actually know what needed to be done, right? There was nothing. So we sat together. There was the next 3-4 days were pretty crucial because we did the evaluation about everything. What's going on? What is going on right now, and what we need to do. And especially with each client we spoken with, we sat down, we evaluated everything. We let, so, and here is something I want to give it to you guys. If you are, depending where you are in this entire framework, entire cycle as well, I want to give it to you guys something. So when you do the evaluation, when we did the evaluation, and when we're doing the evaluation with our clients as well, are we coming up with the one thing? As you know, I'm a big fan of the one thing, and we come up with one thing, so which is one deliberate action, not 50 deliberate actions, one deliberate action. We must take one deliberate action after the evaluation, right? Not a knee-jerk response. It's a one, deliberate action. What we need to do, right? Bring it. So one of the other things which I really want you to do it is. I want to share the story with you guys, what happened 10 years ago as well, right? So let me check in if you guys are okay. So what happened 10 years ago when I was part of the IBM, we've pretty much gone through the same thing, right? So sitting in the room at the time was pretty interesting because they asked all these big consulting companies like Deloitte to come in and talk about it, right? So what they did at the time, so everybody at the time, all these now as well, IBM and all these Oracle guys, they pretty much gone into shock, and they did the knee jerk. They stopped everything, and then they asked the external providers like Deloitte or the other companies to come in and do the evaluation at the time. So that's the biggest and the best part of these big companies, because they hired other people, they hired other best experts out there to do the evaluation, right? They didn't do themselves. So I was sitting in the room at the time and listening to all these guys, Deloitte experts, KPMG experts, who are the best consultants in the world about these things, right? So they're sitting down and they're giving and looking everything. They're doing the evaluation, right? So that's what we're talking about, evaluation, right? They hired somebody else to get help to actually do the evaluation for them. So here is something what they shared. I want to give it to you guys as well. I don't think so. It's a Deloitte formula. It's a Dale Carnegie's formula, which they were talking about at the time in the room as well. And I want to pass it on to you both guys as well. Dale Carnegie did this 1-1-1 strategy. And so what it means is, so it's 1 hour, 1 day, and 1 week action plan, right? What I need to do in the next 1 hour, what I need to do in the next 1 day, what do I need to in next 1 week, right? So that's a Dale Carnegie's model, which is 1-1-1 model, 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week going forward. So there is a reason for this, and they all worked on this, and we work on this as well now because of this. It's a 1 hour, 1 day, 1 week action plan. And what it does is, see, when you have a lot of uncertainty in the marketplace, and when you do a knee jerk, that action which you took, you believe, our mind believe that it's going to be certain because I'm taking some action. That's why it's a knee-jerk response. Means that you shut down the marketing, you shut down or sack people. That's a knee-jerk response without doing evaluation, right? So they're just taking action without knowing and evaluating anything. So we just take action and see what comes out. Our mind thinks at the time when you're taking action is, I don't know, I'm just taking action, right? I don't know, it's just taking action, right? So some sort of action is good enough for this environment rather than not taking action, right? So you probably have looked at it. We did the same thing. Like, we stopped everything as well because we did the same thing without evaluating, because we believed some action is better than not taking any action, right? So, and most people do the same thing as well. They kind of take some action, thinking that some action is better than no action. But that's not what we want to do. We want to evaluate it. We want to take a step back. Step back is very important. Take a step back and evaluate everything and apply this Dale Carnegie's formula. In the evaluation, what you come up with, it's a 1 hour, 1 day, and 1 week strategy. And there is a reason for this, right? So if you know that our reptilian brain looking for certainty, right? Looking for some sort of future action plan. If you don't have an action plan, your reptilian brain won't let you take any action, right? Because you might get killed. That's the reason it's there, right? So that's the main thing, right? So you want to have this 1 hour plan, which we learned, or I learned from Deloitte guys 10 years ago. And I think they mentioned at the time as well, they got it from Dale Carnegie's some book. I don't know which book. So that's what it is, right? So make sure that once your evaluation done is you take that deliberate action. And what's going to happen is some of the guys in that deliberate action, when you take that deliberate action, is going to do the breakout. Means that they're going to find a new market opportunity, or they're going to break out into the existing one. Or something else will come up, because they are the only one, or they are the few of those people who taking this deliberate action, right? So a lot of other people out there, they're just taking action. It's a knee-jerk response. So it is something for you to take away from this entire model, right? So I'm going to ask you this question. In last 1 week, are you taking action based on your knee-jerk response, or are you taking a deliberate action? Means that you evaluated the entire situation about your business, and now you're taking the action, or you're just taking the action because you are kind of scared. You're kind of living in fear because everybody's doing something, so you want to do something as well, right? Let me know at the bottom of this, and tell me what sort of action are you taking. Knee-jerk response, are you doing a deliberate action? Because deliberate action is the one which is going to help you get out of this whole mess, right? But the deliberate action won't come in place until you sit down and do the evaluation. And my suggestion would be, find somebody who could actually help you doing the evaluation. Like, IBM's and Oracle's hired other people as well. Why you are so different? They manage millions and billions of dollars company. Why your company is different than anybody else, right? So they hired people, you hire somebody as well. Whoever you resonate with, work with those people, because this is the time to work with other people who are expert in that space and help you, right, succeed in this space. Very important. Very, very, very important. So we're going to talk about the pivot plan, and let's check in. Are you guys still here? Are you still guys watching it? Still here? Still enjoying it? What did you like the most so far? Let me know. Have this, what did you like all right, cool. That's good. That the evaluation is good. Still evaluating is good. Awesome. Awesome, guys. Awesome. So we're going to talk about this pivot plan right now for you and for your business, right? And I'm going to share certain things with you guys, and certain formulas, certain stuff, what we're doing as well. So here's something. Let's get into the pivot plan, right? What's that look like? So remember this, what we talked about earlier. So you need to know where your client is right now, especially right now, right? So we talked about this framework. You must know where your client is right now, right? So because they need this assurance. If your client is still in shock and your client is still in the knee-jerk response right now, you need to have a conversation with them and help them get to this evaluation mode, right? So if you don't do it, somebody else will come and do it, and you might lose your client, right? So this is the time to help them in that space where they spend a bit of time with you to do the evaluation, because that's where the value add is today, right, for you and your clients, right? So you must find out where your client is, because if your client is in a shock state, if your client is in a knee-jerk state, they need a mindset help. They need information help. Remember that what we looked at it here? When people are in denial and anger, they need information and communication. They need emotional support. So shock And the knee-jerk response is pretty much part of the first one if you look at it. People need support, people need more information, people need communication, right? People need to be spoken with. People are looking for somebody who can actually have a conversation with them right now. So you must know that where your client is right now, right? Where is your client in that? How do you find out? How do you find out where your client is? Have a conversation with them. Have a conversation with them. Speak to them, right? Double down on your community. Text, Facebook groups, even messenger groups, whatever you have in place, double down on this, right? Double down on this. So it's not a time to hide. It's not a time to run away. It's not a time to stop doing Facebook Lives or Zooms or anything like that, thinking that you're not going to get a business, right? So most people have looked at it. There's like, I'm not getting any business, so what's the point doing Facebook Live? I'm not getting any business, so what's the point doing Zooms? What's the, what's the point? And that's the difference between the opportunity and opportunist. Opportunities are only looking the activities which is going to make them money, right? So I hope you're not one of those people, right? So during these tough times, and this is the three things what we work with our clients, right? So I want to give it to you guys. So you can actually help your clients as well in these three things, right? Number one thing is we work with the cash flow. So very important, right? So you want to work with the clients today or your business, where the money is going to come from, where the money is going today, right? Where the money is going. And this is what happened. Most people think that stopping the marketing is the number one thing they should be doing. We're going to get to that. But we really need to find out where the money is coming in and where the money is going, because cash flow is very important in this time of the year, especially in these times. So we're going to talk about the cash flow. So you must know your cash flow. My suggestion would be, write it down where your money is going to come from next 3 weeks to 6 weeks to next month, whatever the time frame you have. Write it down where the money is going to come from, right? Cash flow, and also where the money is going, in and out, in and out. You must know this. If you were not aware of that, you must find out today. That's the time, right? So number two things, we work with our clients, and this is for you as well. You can do the same thing. We work on the business model, right? Very important. See, most of my clients, when these things happen, kind of in the middle, 50% of our clients were pretty easy to move to this, what I'm doing, and 50% of the clients were pretty much, haven't used this, and they were serving all these clients, physically. They run the events physically, they're doing the stuff physically, they're doing the consulting physically, meeting people. So they had to change the business model. Means that when you change the business model, there's a new pricing model with that, right? So you cannot charge the same price for the old business model. So if you're changing the business model, you must have a new pricing model attached to that. That's a very big thing, because nobody out there like to pay for the old stuff delivered in or packaged in a new way, right? That's called cheating. I don't know if you know that. If you're trying to give somebody the old present, which is sitting in you somewhere in the house, and you're trying to wrap it up again and give it to somebody, that's just not a nice thing to do. And that's what happened in the business world as well, right? So you want to make sure that when you're creating a new business model, you don't use the same pricing model as well, because it's a new thing, new pricing model. Everything has to be new, and you must consider that. So business model is the second thing. Number three things, we work on a target market, right? So the target market is very important, and I want to share something with you guys. A lot of people have this wide target market, like very wide, right? So we work with a lot of people, and wide target market is good in the normal days, right? When the world is fine, everything is running okay, and you want to just speak to a lot of people, you have a bit of time, you can do all this stuff, right? So, but today the times have changed. So my suggestion would be, instead of going wide, go deep, right? Go deep, deep, deep in that target market. Meaning that, if you have a target market, say for example, you help moms who just recently had a baby, and you help them with the weight loss or weight gain, or something, right? Or get in shape. So you go deep dive in that target market. You find more audience like that, instead of trying to go wide and trying to find more and different type, or trying to target different type of target market. So go deep in that, right? So go deep, meaning that you might want to work with people who just had a baby 3 months ago, right? So Go deep in that, right? It's very important. So as I talked about earlier, right? This is the time to do more lives. This is the time to do more live stream. This is the time to more of doing this, what I'm doing, right? It's a time to simply kind of come and show up, right? Most people kind of hiding today, and it applies to pretty much all of my clients as well. They're still hiding, and they still haven't learned that. They still don't want to come out and do the work. They still want to do the work in their own way, which is fine, right? I'm not saying it's a bad, but what I sort of believe in that people need to see your face. People need to hear your voice right now, and there is no better medium than this stuff, what I'm doing right now with you guys, right? So because you physically can't meet people, and there is kind of, and if you do this kind of stuff, people attract and come to you anyway, right? So it makes it easy. Number two, right? When times are difficult or more difficult, you need to double down on your marketing, right? So that's everybody sort of say that, everybody there. I have a different belief in this. Yes, you have to double down on your marketing, but you have to double down on your audience creation, right? So let me describe this. Marketing doubling down doesn't mean that you're trying to sell your product today. Trying to be one of those people who are trying to sell everything, trying to give everything. So this is a time where you build your audience, means that you provide value, right? You give things to people. So that people can become your audience, right? You want to have those people who you want to serve, right? So those are the people part of that. So focus on that, building your audience. So the reason I say audience, because I'm a Facebook, we run a lot of campaigns. So in Facebook as well, it's called audience, right? So build that audience in the Facebook ads, right? That's what I'm talking about, if that makes sense, right? So work on your offers, funnels, ads, whatever you need today is the time to work on, right? So work on your offer. What is your new offer based on the business model? What's your new funnel look like? What's your ad copy look like? All that needs to be probably redone. So work on that right now. It's a time to do that. So work on today right now. So sit down and work on this offer, right? So that's the time to do all this work, right? So right now, I don't know if you realize this, most of the company have stopped doing the marketing. Most people do stop marketing, especially at these times. So they kind of stopped the marketing. So marketing is going to be cheaper. Marketing is going to be cheaper right now. So the ad cost is 10x lower than what was costing a month ago, right? So it's a really good time to promote your stuff. I'm promoting my podcast globally right now like crazy. You've probably seen other ads popping up as well. So it's a time to get attention, right? Let people see your face, let people see your pictures, let people see you actually who you are, right? So hope this makes sense, right? So yeah, show people, right? Show people who you are, what are you doing, and help them build your audience. Build your audience, because when you build your audience, you're not trying to sell them anything. You're building it, right? So that makes sense, right? So show up, right? Show up more. Use a smart perception marketing strategy, right? So I don't know if some of you guys know that I run this this is strategy called the perception marketing, right? So let me give you a very brief introduction to the perception marketing very quickly. This is something I developed 3 years ago, and the basis of that is this. I know that in the marketplace, people are going to have a certain opinion about me and about my brand. I know that. Wouldn't it be nice that if I can give them something to think about and talk about and feel about my brand, right? So, and that's the concept behind it, meaning that they know they're going to have that perception anyway. They're going to create certain perception about the way I do things, the way I speak, the way I run my company. Everything is going to be perception, right? So wouldn't it be nice if I just give them something to think about? And that's what I call building a perception, meaning that build a certain perception in the marketplace about you and your brand. How do we do it? We do it through videos, right? That's the easiest way to do it. And we build a perception, certain perception, right? Very specific, building a perception with certain things in the mindset. And here's the 3 core principles of that shift. 3 core principles, I'll give it to you guys. And these are the core principles we use behind the perception marketing. Number 1 is pain and problem. Your client, when you speak to them, when you're doing the videos, they must say, hey, I have this problem. They must raise their hands. Hey, I must listen to this guy or girl because I have this problem, right? That's what they should be thinking about when you speak, right? And then the process, method, and authority, right? So this person understand how to fix it. It means that you said something, on the other side, they listened to it and they said, holy crap, I have this problem. Then they listen more and they listen to other videos. They say, holy crap, this person has got the fix for my problems. First, I had a problem. Holy crap, this person has got a fix to my problem. All right, this person also got the solution, right? He'll help me fix that. So, meaning that you actually put these together in a format that your perfect audience goes through these things step by step in their mind when they watch your videos. That's what the entire thing behind the perception marketing is, right? So, build that perception. They need to think you have the answer to their problems, right? It's not about selling anything, it's not about manipulating anything, it's about exactly telling them, hey, if you have this problem, I'm the guy or I'm the girl for this. That's pretty much it, right? So you're building that perception. So a lot of people do that, right? So Steve Jobs being the perfect guy for this, and he's been doing it. He's the best in perception marketing. And yeah, so build a perception in the marketplace about you and your brand, the way you want people to perceive you in a certain way. You control that, they don't control it. In the past, we always thought that somebody else is controlling our perception, meaning that they can think whatever they want to think. But now, today's the time you must give them something to think about. Who? Does it make sense? Right? Does it actually make sense? Did you guys get the point? Because it is one of the biggest strategy we use to build the brands. Um, and that's the strategy. It's pretty cool. It's been working from the last 3 years. Whichever country I launched my brand and I launched my products, we use perception marketing as to begin with to build a perception about a month before I go and started running my webinars or doing anything, right? So meaning that I just don't go and start doing the ad that you come and attend my webinar. We build the perception first, and then based on that perception, we invite people to take certain action, right? So very important, right? So I hope this landed that, because unless you build that perception, people are going to think about whatever they want to think about your brand, right? So you give them something to think about. All right, what's the next? I don't care. I do not care what are you selling today. Whatever you might be selling coaching, you might be selling styling, you might be selling food and veggies or fruit or anything today, or carpet cleaning, accounting services. Doesn't matter what you're selling right now. The only thing I believe you're selling is called certainty, right? You only have one job in today's market is how can you bring certainty in your marketplace and in your business and in your client's world, right? That's it. Because when you people who bring the certainty, are the people going to follow, right? What's lacking today? Everybody's uncertain. Everybody living in the fear. Everybody don't know what's going to happen. So person who brings this certainty is the person everybody's going to follow, right? So today is the more important. People need mindset health than a strategies, right? So, and that's why when we started, I'm not a motivational speaker in any form or shape. I'm a strategist guy. I talk about strategies all the time, right? And but when I started day one, I pivoted. I actually did something which I usually don't do, and that's not my way of doing it. So I had to actually do something else. I actually show you guys completely different aspect of this entire COVID-19 world, right? So I had to talk to you about playing above the line. I had to give you examples of that, meaning that I had to motivate you to do something or play this game above the line, right? So I usually don't do it. If you know me for a while, I'm not a motivator in any form or shape, right? So I talk about mindset, I talk about the strategies, very, very different. But I had to change to see what people need today, and and if my audience, and if you're listening to this, and this applies to your audience as well, they need to play this game above the line, right? If they play this game above the line, they're not going to run away. They're not going to hide. They're not going to just sit there and in frozen in their world, thinking that they can't do anything. Like a couple of guys I've spoken to in the last few days, and it doesn't matter how much I convince them, doesn't matter how much I say to them that this is pretty cool time, and they just don't want to listen, meaning that they have made up their mind that these are the bad times. They have made up their mind that nothing's going to happen, right? If you are in that space, nobody can help you. Even, I don't know, whoever you believe in, even God, come and stand in front of you and say, hey, I need you, I want to help you. And if you made up your mind, nobody can help you, that's it, done. Nothing's going to happen, right? Nobody, no strategy is going to work. So I want you to be on this side and play this game above the line, and help your clients to play this game above the line as well, right? So when we play this game above the line, you see, if you believe in this quantum mind world, which I'm 100% believer of, and I'm a teacher of that as well. When you believe in certain thing in a certain way, I promise you, you'll see all these coincidences happen. That'll be just part of your life. All these coincidences, things which just happen and you cannot describe it, they'll just keep happening because you are part of this quantum world. And I'm a big believer of that. So you need to play this game above the line. And this is the best time to play this game, because a lot of people out there who have stopped playing this game. Means that less competition, right? There is not that many people playing this game. You are the only one, few people here who are playing this game with me, and I'm excited. I hope you guys are excited as well because of part of this, right? So play this game, and play this game above the line, and bring other people along as well, and show them that how you are playing the game, so you can actually inspire so many other people out there, right? So you must remember one thing, and this is what I'm talking about, the normal business world, right? So we measure three things, right? I'm talking about normal days or normal times in the business. This is what we teach our clients to measure when we talk about the metrics, right? So these three things: how much attention I'm getting, I'm talking about Facebook, everywhere else, your email open rate and all that, how much attention I'm getting, how many leads I'm getting, and how much conversion I'm getting, right? So always, every time our clients have this conversation, we ask this: how much attention did you get last week, last month? How many leads did you get? How much conversion you have? And there is a reason for this. If they attention, so we need to work on the attention stuff. If they had lots of attention but not enough leads, we need to work on the lead magnets. If they had leads but they didn't actually know how to convert them, then we need to work on the conversion metrics, conversion script. That's how we do it with our clients. So you might want to take it away and do it for yourself and for your clients as well, and say, hey, what's your attention look like? How many people watch your video? How many people subscribe to this? How much attention did you get? How many people viewed your emails, right? So measure these three things: attention, lead, and conversion in normal days, but especially right now, you must measure your attention, right? That's what we want to do. How many people watch your video? How many people are doing stuff? How many people are opening up your emails? All that. Today is building the attention. It's not about leads. It's not about conversions today. It's all about attention. How much attention are you getting in the marketplace? Remember? Share something with you guys very interesting, but it's kind of not in a good way, but it is true. Like, it's so true that I kind of don't like it as well. Wherever there is an attention, the money follows. Wherever there is attention, money follows. I don't know how that happens. I didn't create this law, but I know this law. Wherever there is attention, money follows. COVID-19, bad stuff, bad stuff, bad stuff. How much money it followed? How much money it followed? Kim Kardashian, like it or don't like it, it's up to you, but money follows attention. Wherever people's attention is, money follows. So bring that attention on yourself in a good way. Does it make sense? Well, it's just the small stuff, but it makes a big difference. All right. 5 mistakes people are making right now. I want to make you guys that you're not one of those people, right? This is what happened to one of our clients as well. So I want to share with you guys. Message disconnect. There's a huge message disconnect. If you're running a marketing last month and if you're running a marketing today, the same message does not work. So stop doing the same messaging. There's a message disconnect right now with people, right? So please don't share the same message with people which you were sharing last month or a month before that. It's a waste of your budget. So don't share the same message, right? Number two is stop selling mansions, stop selling big houses, stop selling, all these big dreams or lofty dreams. Today is the time to give them people security, small stuff, right? They probably need a camping tent today. So that's what it means is stop selling them big stuff or big dreams and start helping them to survive right now. They need the survival thing. They're not looking for major stuff. So stop selling them big stuff, right? So a lot of people are just hiding. So I hope you're not one of those people. Stop hiding and start taking action, right? So the other one is some people are being opportunist in this time, right? They kind of trying to find different ways to make money, right? Please do not be one of those people. If you are desperate, if you are, the desperation sort of shows in your messages, in your emails, in your webinars. The desperation is there. If there is desperation, please sit down, meditate, and fix that desperation, because your messages shouldn't seem to the clients in a way that you are opportunistic, like you're trying to take advantage, right? So don't be one of those people. And the last one is everything is a knee-jerk reaction for people, right? So people are not evaluating and people are not taking deliberate action. Please evaluate and take a deliberate action, because, and also when you're doing the deliberate action, do one deliberate action, not 50 deliberate action, one, just one, whatever that one is for you, find out. So it's the biggest thing, right? So time is the biggest resource, because as I said earlier a few times, this is one of the biggest opportunity we have, and you don't want to waste it, right? So times like this will never come in your lifetime, in my lifetime, and this is the only time. Things going to be normal pretty soon, and then you're going to think about, holy crap, I should have done something about it, right? Holy crap, now is the time to think about it. Now is the time to get into it. Now is the time to spend money or something on yourself to get educated and start doing something, right? Uh, so here's something, just an example. In the normal days, this is what it looks like. Attention, 1,000 people, 100 people lead, 10 conversions. That's what it looked like normal, right? So that's the measure is. So it's a sequential process. So follow these steps. That's what it looks like, right? So the other thing is don't chase people, right? The way the world works today is be a farmer, not a hunter, right? So be, you know, it's a, it's really amazing, right? Can I be transparent, right? Can I share something interesting with you guys? This 5-day challenge is nothing, or 5-day recession response challenge is nothing more than planting a seed. That's it, right? I'm a farmer, I'm a planting a seed as well in your mind to give you quality stuff, so that one day when you think about hiring somebody to help you in your business, you think of my name, right? That's it. That is the entire reason, and that's what the farming is, right? So I'm not saying that you must buy from me. No, I'm just giving you the taste of how I can help not only your business, but people you know, people you love, people you care for, all these people who are in the business world, right? So I'm giving this as a as being a farmer planting a seed, right? So that's what it is, and you must plant a seed in your client's world today as well, right? So these are the things, right? So today's the market is like that. You must become the go-to person, right? So you become a go-to person. Remember what we talked about? How do you become a go-to person? Look at this grief cycle. Um, if your audience is denial and in anger, give them information, speak to them. And if they are in depression, you provide them mindset help, you provide them emotional support. And if they're bargaining and they're in acceptance mode, provide them the guidance and direction, which way they should be going, which way they should be heading, right? So that's what they're looking for right now. So find out where your target market is and plant a seed. Find out where your target market is and plant a seed today and start doing it, right? So Hang on, let me very quickly. You don't need this. Right. Here's what I want to leave you guys with, right? The last message. In low market today, you guys have only one and only one job. Be visible. Be visible, right? Become that person people see, and people see that you are the one talking about it, right? So don't hide. If you need help, raise your hand, speak to people who could help you, but don't hide. People who hide away in this environment today, they won't be remembered, right? They will never be remembered. And it's going to take you a lot of effort to build this time, build this stamina. Today, opportunity just came. We didn't ask for it. It just came like this. And I want you to use this as an opportunity to help people. So become visible in your audience, right? So, all right, that's it for me, guys. Thank you for your time today. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Today's a marketing lesson, talked about everything, what we're doing in our business, how we helping our clients today. And I'll sort of put it out there for you guys as well to see if you want to replicate it in your business or in your client's business, and take them through, right? So last one word is give certainty to your clients. Certainty to your clients, right? If you give certainty to your clients, they will remember you for the rest of their lives, right? So provide certainty in your business and in your client's business. All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching, and some of you guys jumping on live, which is awesome. And if you're watching in the members area, welcome as well. And thank you. And I'll see you tomorrow for our last day of 5-day challenge. All right, cool. Thank you. All right, let me turn this off and find a way to close this thing. If I find it, I'll close it. Thank you, guys.